Hi, I'm Dr. Wan-Ley Yeung. I'm a practicing family doctor here in Salford, and I'm also a Lee International instructor teaching Lishi, a Taoist family system of health arts that involves Taoist Tai Chi, Taoist yoga, meditation, breathing exercises. I've heard of practitioners learning about the Tao through music or through calligraphy, and that's what's brought me here to the Tiancheng Tao Temple in Salford. I'm here to speak to some representatives of the temple and find out what their understanding of the Tao is and see if we have any shared experiences. So can I ask, you mentioned earlier about Yvonne kind of bringing friends in. Have you influenced other people to kind of find the Tao, and how do you go about that? How do you feel that affinity for people?
I think it's by example, because when people speak to me and they always want to come and receive blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't disclose anything about the blessing to anyone. It's just they have that affinity within themselves. They've already started to cultivate.
Mm-hmm.
So coming to the temple helps them even further.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What we normally do is we speak to them, but it's like planting the seed, isn't it? We plant the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't come, it doesn't matter. But one day when they come to realization, they will actually,
when the time is right.
When the time is right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they will come.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I sort of just put it out there, if I'm on Facebook, I'll say there's blessings such weekend, and I know the right people will come, and whoever doesn't come is not meant to come.
And I think that really comes across, that there's no pressure to join. You're not going to go to hell if you don't come into a class or anything like that. There's no pressure. And similarly, kind of in the classes that I take in Salford, it's very similar to that. It's people come when they can do, and they'll get the benefits when they're there. But if they can't make it, they're always welcome to come back, kind of many months, years even down the line. They can drop back in, and we kind of keep that welcome open door for them.
Yeah.
We also have an open day once a month, and we have healing evening at on the last Wednesday of the month. So it's just putting the invitation out there. So they will come by themselves sometimes. Yeah.
So they can receive healing for free, and they can sample the energy of the temple. And once they come in, they always come back.
It's very strong, kind of. Certainly when I came in, I could feel it was just such a lovely, warm feeling that washed through you.
Yeah. And everyone who comes through the door, there's no judgment. There's just acceptance, and we're all the same. There's no one any better, or we're all the same. So that's we're all one, and it's to treat people that way.
Absolutely. And really strongly, I feel exactly the same thing in the classes. Like, anyone can come to the classes, even if you have disabilities. We can adapt exercises, but everyone can take part in it, and so it's not for a particular type of person, or you don't have to be really flexible, or you don't have to just be Chinese or anything like that. It's open to everyone, and there's still learning and improvement that can be made just by kind of attending. I noticed that I saw that you guys have Tai Chi classes here as well. If people just take part in Tai Chi, is that do you think that's enough to start to help them to find the Tao, or what's your feeling?
It's all part, isn't it? Finding that balance. So we're working. It's all the same energy, isn't it? It's the Tao. It's like you say, it's wordless. We can't. There's no words. So it's the flow.
Absolutely.
The Tai Chi is actually giving the balance. So once they can find their balance, and also coming here, they like the energy here, so they will start to join us. They come for the blessing. Yes.
Brilliant. I was just going to ask about whether there's any particular diet or dietary requirements for how you kind of practice or follow in the temple.
From the beginning, there's no compulsion. We will only encourage you to partake in vegetarianism. However, once you understand the reason why and you know the cause and effect of taking meat, then when the person is ready, they will actually they can start joining us and take the vegetarian diet. But we cook mainly purely vegetarian in this temple.
In Lishi, we've got a set of guidelines called Chang Ming, which give dietary advice about how best to eat and how it would better your health and the kind of energies in your body. And it's mainly a vegetarian, local, whole grain kind of diet. But the importance is that it's not forced upon you, because everything's got to be kind of gentle and smooth. That's how we kind of work with things. So people have to naturally come to it in their own way. But the more that you train, the more that you learn that actually eating good whole foods does benefit your training in the Lishi arts, and it helps you, I suppose, grow. And I don't know if you find that eating the vegetarian diet, whether that helps you to become more spiritual or gives you a stronger connection.
It does. It actually gives you a better connection. So for our spiritual growth, which is what we need. That's one of the reasons why we are here, to elevate our spiritual self.
Good. So one of the things you mentioned also about being vegetarian was about cause and effect. Would you mind going in a bit more detail about this for me?
Well, when animals are slaughtered, whichever way, they're full of fear. So when we're eating the meat, we're actually digesting that energy. So we take on that karma. And all living beings, animals, feel pain. So it's just, once you start to see what goes on in the farm industry, and it's unbearable, unthinkable to hurt an animal just to feed ourselves. And it's growing and growing. They're cutting the rainforest down for extra space for cattle, and so it's just farmed for our food, for our greed. It's not even, it's just greed. So the karma comes from eating the meat that's full of fear, and when an animal is about to be slaughtered, the chemical it releases goes into the meat that we eat. So to keep a clear connection, if we are eating meat, we will become angry and fearful, because we're digesting that energy, because everything is energy. So every thought is an energy, every word, every feeling, everything is out there, and it ripples. So when we start to actually have compassion and realise animals do feel pain, if we go to any animal, it's got and hurt it cries. So the more compassionate you become, and the clearer your connection. So once you start that journey, and we don't eat garlic or anything of the onion family either.
Finally, I'd just like to ask about what benefits you felt from starting on this journey and looking for the Tao. How has it affected your life?
It's changed it completely. My confidence has grown. I know who I am. I don't look outside for any approval or
reassurance.
Exactly. It's all within me. So it's just given me such a strength, an enthusiasm, a passion, a health, everything good for life. I can't say anything but good things, really.
How about you?
Well, coming here or being part of this Tao environment, I actually know what my missions are in this life. So I know, I actually have an aim to know where I'm going, where I'm heading to. So I'm not wasting this life. So when you know your mission, that's the job you have to do. You just go for it. By being here, we are actually very, very blessed to be here, to be in such a lovely building. I'm sure you've seen the state of the building before. So it has changed the energy of this place. So a lot of people have told us, and it's actually enabled us to have a good environment to do our cultivation. So we shall continue, and hopefully we can help a lot of people out there and bring them in.
And it's so, it's priceless to see people grow when they come, and there's cookery classes, and we make them aware of vegetarian food and how to cook it, so it's easier, and how nice it tastes. So there's that awareness going on constantly when people come.
What other things do you do here at the temple?
We have Reiki classes, we have meditation classes, Tai Chi, yoga, Pilates, Gong meditation,
reading card courses, anything to help, any self-help we think that will benefit, that's what we sort of look into.
Traditionally, you probably wouldn't put things like healing or reading cards in with the Tao, but here it feels like it's a very natural joining.
Yeah, and the cards is a soul reading, so it helps you to, whatever is going on in your life that is causing you pain, it just helps you to look at it in a way that is healing, and to be able to forgive, and so it helps you to grow from whatever experiences you've been through. So it's not like a fortune thing, or it's a soul reading, a healing.
Like similarly in the Lishi arts that I practice, that developing of the self helps to make you more resilient to life, and sheds those kind of fears, and you feel more confident in yourself and your own abilities. And that sounds like something that you both kind of speak of, and that you've seen in other people when they come and start to grow. So that's really lovely to hear that we're both kind of looking for the same things in different ways, but that we're also noticing around us that these are the benefits that you get.
Yeah, and it's lovely to see people when they start to see things differently, how stronger they become. And the confidence that builds within them, they start to shine, and everybody has their own unique gift. So it's being able to find your gift and find that passion for whatever it is that you've been born to do, and not label people that if you're not doing it this way, it's wrong, because there is no wrong, only when we start to judge. So it's enabling people to find their own unique gift and to nurture that gift and support them.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.